with Katie Anna. Welcome to the In the House podcast. I'm your host, Liliana Batto, and sadly, my co-host Lainey's out for the week, but fortunately, we have our own guest.
Hi guys, my name is Casey. I'm one of Lauren's really close friends and also a huge fan of Big Brother as well.
All right, Casey, thank you so much for being here. Now, before we get into the Lauren nitty-gritty, can you tell us your haves or have-nots of the week, aka the people you loved and the people you did not?
Okay, I've really been loving Ava. Great social game. Although she hasn't won a comp yet, I think she could take it far. Even obviously she's gonna have to win at some point, but she's doing amazing so far. Have nots, probably Keanu, just because he thinks he's doing a lot. He really isn't, and he's gonna be a target as long as he's in that house. So
he thinks he's such a big boy, and I feel the same with Keanu. Although hot take, I honestly can't see Keanu going far because he's slowly becoming a comp beast, and they're not realizing if you keep putting people on the block,
him and Kelly,
they have a chance to go on veto and play
Veto and Blockbuster. He's proving himself in that.
Exactly. Y'all need to watch out. Come on. And I'm like you. I love Ava, and I hate that last night's edits, they did not show that she was the one who convinced Zach and Vince. Yeah, that she flip the vote.
Single-handedly got them to flip and get Adrian out.
Because we really could have had a tie and had Lauren break that, but that didn't happen. They flipped
last minute, and that was all Ava's doing within the last 24 hours that live feeders would have saw.
Exactly. Now, speaking of Lauren, just tell us, how do you know Lauren?
Okay, so me and Lauren met when we were really young, about 11 or 12. We went to the same dance studio, and we just kind of clicked from there, grew up, went to high school together at St. Thomas More, got really close there, and also went to LSU together, and we've been friends ever since.
Now, beforehand, is it true, when y'all went to LSU, y'all watched the live feeds? Y'all talked to Big Brother?
Yes. Every season, obviously we were at LSU for 4 years. Those past 4 seasons, we'd be texting, watching the live feeds together. We'd get together on Thursdays, watch live evictions, and even, season finales. Her mom would come into town. Her sister would come into town. We'd have a little feast and just really watch, get into Big Brother. And only a few of our friends really know about it or have heard about it from us, so that was a bond that we have.
So y'all heard it here first, folks. Lauren actually is a Big Brother fan. A lot of people were accused her not.
Fan. Don't let her fool you.
Now, so tell me how you found out Lauren got on Big Brother.
So starting from the beginning, even just us watching Big Brother together, again, we went to high school together. Junior, senior year, we had a lot of classes together. Coincidentally, would get into group projects and obviously choose to work on those projects Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays when Big Brother comes on.
Perfect
so I
timing.
Go to her parents' house. Miss Buffy, her mom, would make us mac and cheese and chicken nuggets, our chosen meal for whatever reason. And of course, we'd have to watch Big Brother before we even opened our computers and started working on our projects. But how I found out, yes, priorities. So we were both at our parents' houses in Lafayette, and she called me and she was like, "Hey, come sleep over." And I was like, "Okay, we haven't done that since high school." So I'll be like, "It's so nostalgic, I've got to." So I went over and we were just talking with her mom in the kitchen, and she was like, "I won't be able to see you or talk to you for a little bit." And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because I'm going to be on Big Brother." And immediately my jaw dropped, and embarrassingly enough, I did start crying. Her mom likes to remind everyone because I'm just so happy for her. We've talked about this, we have been since knowing since we were kids, and knowing you have to be 21 to get on the show. That's all we looked forward to, turning 21 and being able to apply for Big Brother. So I'm really happy for her.
And if I understood correctly, her birthday is August 24th. So she might turn 23 in the house, y'all. Well, yes. She makes it.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Well, that's just such a sweet story. And I love to hear that confirmation. She's been a fan this whole time. A lot of people have been accusing her of not being a fan based on this HOH.
Trust. She has been watching this show since she could speak.
Oh, I can't wait to see more. I'm so glad to have you here. But we're going to talk more about Lauren's game down the road, guys. I can't wait to dissect it because a lot of people have very mixed reactions of her HOH this week. So we're going to clear the air. Anyways, guys, we can't wait to see you back from break. Till then.
In the House is sponsored by Sterling Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. In the House is sponsored by Sterling Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities.
All right, guys. Hi, welcome back. So, we're going to begin talking about Lauren's time in the Big Brother house. Now, Casey, many fans have mixed reactions about Lauren's HOH this week. What are your thoughts?
Okay. Initially, we were obviously all really excited. Like, again, she's been dreaming of being on the show. So seeing her win HOH, the biggest honor in Big Brother, really was really exciting. And although people have mixed opinions, I think that she's doing a great job with what she's being dealt. Like, people think her nominations were safe and easy, but anyone who's watched Big Brother knows that you don't want to paint a target on your back this early. It's week 3. People are wanting her to make a big move, suggesting to get Rachel out. Like, I do not think that's her shot to take, at least right now. And the longer she can stay under the radar and underestimated, I think the longer she'll go, like the further she'll go in this game.
For sure. So a lot of fans, they accuse Lauren and be like, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's not really a super fan. But it seems like you say the opposite.
She knows what she's doing. Again, I've been watching the show forever. So has she. And she knows that you can't be making waves this early in the game. And even though people are saying, oh, her options are safe, and she's kind of putting up who people put up in the past 2 weeks, I think she knows what she's doing, and she knows what she needs to do to get far, make a big move in the time being.
So we kind of already talked about, some fans, they felt Lauren winning HOH on week 3 was too soon. You kind of already said so. Like,
I don't think it was too soon.
You don't think it was too soon?
No.
I mean, I can see where the argument's coming from. I will say this. I agreed when Lauren did not put up Ashley. I think that was her smartest move.
I think it was a really smart move.
Ashley has numbers.
She has numbers. Her minions, as our friend group has been calling them, they were actively saying that they were going to come for Lauren immediately, especially whether Ashley got out or not. So I think regardless of Adrian going home and kind of that side losing a number, I think it was her best choice. And ultimately, Lauren is still riding the middle, which was her goal from the beginning.
That is true. She made that clear in the diary room week 2. Now, what are your thoughts on her original nominations, which was Keanu, Kelly, and Will?
Okay, Keanu, I think everyone would have put up Keanu, honestly, at this point.
No
He's the house target. That one
so annoying.
Didn't
so annoying.
I can't even begin to explain. But she didn't really get any blood on her hands in that situation. Kelly once again offered herself up as a pawn.
She volunteered. I'm like,
I am baffled
3
every
weeks,
week that
she's
offering
and I think
herself
she's
up.
almost close to doing Tucker's. Do you remember Tucker's record last year? I don't remember. But Tucker was the same thing with Big B.
himself as much, but he was definitely on the block a lot.
Yeah.
She might be one of the first people to offer herself up every week if she so feels like it.
Stop.
But I think obviously those were her 2 easiest nominees. In the beginning, I didn't necessarily agree with her putting up Will, just because, again, he hasn't made waves either. And as everyone knows, live feeds or not, he wasn't actively coming for her. But again, she's kind of in a tricky situation because she's in the middle and doesn't want to make too many people upset. So I think it was the safest option
Will
for
was
her.
not kind to her. So Big Brother really cut down that edit, but in the live feeds, Will was really
It was a
harsh to
longer
work
situation
for her,
than it was showed in the episode
Yeah,
Wednesday.
for sure.
So I think she handled it, again, as anyone would. I can't imagine the pressure and stress that she's under. So I think with, again, everything that's being thrown at her, she's handling it really well.
I mean, speaking of pressure and stress, so we get to Veto, Wednesday night's episode. What was your reaction when Keanu, he won Veto, and Adrian as a replacement nominee?
Okay, so again, as people who either watch the show or live feeds know, Adrian and Ashley were the only people she was really considering to put up in replacement of Keanu.
That was the narrow down.
And once again, Keanu is saving himself, which I think people need to watch out for him now that he's been getting himself off the block so many times.
Wins under his belt, and then
wins under his
the
belt.
movie
Target's even
reward
bigger.
was smart. I felt like where he's like, yeah, Rachel, Jimmy, Ava. These people look like they're good alliance.
Jimmy and Ava, I think, whatever. I think it was a really smart move to pick Rachel because, again, she's been in this house before. She's won. She kind of knows what it takes. So to have her kind of under his wing, I think it was a smart decision.
I think so, too. Now, with that being said, as a friend and a fan, what do you wish people knew more about with Lauren? We talked about how she's being underestimated. She's being accused of not knowing what she's doing. Is there anything more you want to add to this?
I mean, again, the main thing, I just think she's underestimated outside and inside of the house. And outside, it's whatever. People can say what they want. Lauren is genuinely the sweetest and kindest person I've ever met. all of our friends could attest, like, she is one of the best friends that we have. And I'm honestly okay with them to keep underestimating her in the house because the longer she's underestimated, the less of a target they think she is and the further she'll be able to go in the house.
See, I mentioned this on Acadiana Live. You know, a lot of people, when it comes to Big Brother, they think they gotta play fast and hard. But in reality,
That is not
it's a
how
slow
it is.
game. It's a numbers game.
Yes.
Because you gotta think for the future.
Long run.
And once again,
It's
I
a
think
marathon, not a
Lauren.
sprint, as people say.
Exactly. And I think Lauren really built a foundation for her to be safe down the road and also build a resume like, hey, she can win a HOH.
She
So
definitely
let's just say
understands
down
path
the
she needs to
road,
take.
she has that on her resume
Yes.
compared to most people. All right. So is there anything you would like to say before we move on?
I think I'm good,
I think you're good. All right, guys, we're about to toss the break. Next, we're going to talk about the eviction night. That was quite a night we had last night.
Emotional night.
Oh, yeah. And see our thoughts. So,
In the House is sponsored by Sterling Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. In the House is sponsored by Sterling Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities.
all right, guys, welcome back. So let's rehash eviction night. That was
Yes.
I think that was the truly, genuinely, so far, the most emotional night we've had.
I could definitely agree. It was tears from all sides of the house.
So if you guys didn't watch, I mean, spoiler, it's too late. But
Yeah.
like, Kelly won the blockbuster. God bless.
I was
they
they need to start looking out
pissed.
for her.
I was mad, y'all.
I was pissed and I went into the comp knowing that she would probably take it.
See,
But
I wanted Adrian to win so badly. I had a
I
dream the
feel
night before.
really-
That's how much Big Brother's in my head. I had a dream that
It's
Adrian
got
won
you.
and Kelly was on the final block.
I was really hoping Adrian could take himself off because I felt so bad when he was evicted. Like, he's a super fan. He built his own wall comp. Like,
She's
that's
the baby girl. And
crazy.
people were talking about, like, wouldn't that be so messed up if the wall comp was, like, the next competition and you just...
that would have broke
kicked
me.
off.
That would
I
have
would've
broken
cried.
him. I know.
No, when he was crying, he brought the bread out. I was like,
Yes.
my Shayla.
My
My Shayla. That's what I kept
Yeah.
thinking.
Him and Will crying was like, oh my god, like my heartstrings are being tugged at.
You know what's bad? When Will had to turn around and couldn't finish,
Yeah.
almost finish his speech, and I was like,
Couldn't
oh
tell
god,
the best
it's
chocolate
it.
drop.
And Ava was in tears. Like, that's another thing. I think that's
Yeah.
the first time
Ava
we've
couldn't
actually
even
seen
get out her shout outs for her eviction. She was like, and she walked out. I was like, oh god.
Oh. And I knew it was bad because when Vince was the first one, and he's like, Julie,
He
I
could
don't
not
know.
make up his mind.
Bro, I thought, because you know how because Julie's on a time.
Yes.
Like, shows are time,
She's like,
guys. If you've
we
never,
need an answer.
Yeah, like,
Is the
I'm
Julie Chen
surprised
quote.
if Julie didn't, like, pressure anyone to be like,
Yeah.
hurry up, Alice guest, hurry up, we gotta make it to break. But, yeah, that was a devastating eviction. But,
Saddest
know,
one so far.
we're about to enter a new week. So I want to go over Lauren's future name. Let's go over her relationships. First, we have Catherine. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, initially, I kind of felt she would gravitate towards Catherine, and I think they really have a good personal relationship. But seeing on the show how Catherine has said in her DRs that she doesn't really trust
I was
Lauren and
like-
doesn't want to keep her that close as a alliance member, that made me wary about her for sure.
Hey, I was like, WTF?
Yeah.
What? Why would you say that? Especially when Lauren's like, she's so sweet. She
Lauren
reminds me
has
of my
said
friends back at home. And then
nothing but
Catherine's
nice
like,
things.
I'll put her under the bus when the chance.
Like, oh no, Lauren's gonna do that to you before you get the chance. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think she, again, with everyone she's connected, I think she should keep her close. But I don't think she should ever trust anyone 100% because
Keep-
it's Big Brother.
Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Now let's go to Vinny.
Okay.
Vinny is all over the map, guys. So those who are casual watchers, Vinny, when we say he has so many Final Twos, we are not joking.
He is well connected in the house.
So connected.
Very
He's
well
like
connected.
in every alliance.
I hate to admit that I think he's playing a good game, but I
is.
think
He is. That mustache is taking
I
over.
must admit that I think he is playing a good game, but I think people are starting to catch on to that, especially after Lauren's HOH. I think that people were kind of thinking him and Zach were running it, which again, it kind of paints a better light on Lauren because if they think that Vinny was making all these decisions and making people upset, then Lauren can kind of go back under the radar and all the blowback will be on Vinny and Zach, which is fine for Lauren.
That is true. Now, speaking of Zach, so the beginning of the show, they accused him of showmance. I was
showmance.
praying that Lauren would not go into a showmance because, first of all, this boy was after her. She was never after him.
No.
And is he even? like her type?
I, me as well as all of our other friends can attest that one, I know and Lauren knows that a showmance is almost a death sentence whenever you go into the Big Brother house because 9 out of 10 is going to hurt your game more than help it. Mm-hmm. So I think she knows that. And again, I think she's kind of playing it up for one, like Big Brother's sake, and he's providing her protection thus far. So I think she's keeping him close in that aspect, but I don't think she's going to go full on showmance. And I think that's the smartest decision she can make because again, it will only paint a bigger target on her back.
Because if anyone hasn't been
he
updated,
can go.
Yes, he can go with live feeds, bro. So Morgan likes Zach. Ashley might like Zach. People didn't miss that. Zach. They recently had weird flirtationship on the. It was weird.
Very, very weird.
And Lauren's just living her life. It kind of reminds me of a weird Challengers. Like Morgan likes Zach. Zach likes Lauren. Lauren loves Big Brother.
That's
Challengers. Big Brother Challengers.
That's basically it. Ugh. But yeah, I think she should keep him. Everyone that she's with, really keep him close, but not close enough.
So real quick, who do you think Lauren should watch out for?
I don't know. I think, again, the house is kind of starting to get split and she's still falling in the middle. But Mickey, Morgan, those girls, I think she needs to, again, keep them close enough to kind of make them not see her as a threat. But, again, like, you can't ever trust anyone 100%. It's Big Brother. And I think she needs to watch out for just everyone who they're aligned with and keep that in the back of her mind when making decisions.
In my short opinion, Will. That boy was angry.
Yeah.
And we saw a different side. Like,
I'd definitely be scared if he were to win.
But he was really mean towards Lauren. I was like, I'm kind of scared.
I was
if this man gets some power, he might make waves that she got to watch out.
For sure.
Anyways, guys, we're going to go to break and share our final thoughts of what we hope for the next coming week. We had a really good talk. I'm loving you, Casey. Be right back, guys.
In the House is sponsored by Sterling Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. In the House is sponsored by Sterling Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities.
All right, guys, welcome back. Before we end the show, we're going to share our final thoughts. All right, Casey, what is your biggest hope for this coming week? Okay. I know we watched the live feeds, but let's not spoil for some people for Sunday's episode.
I won't spoil anything. I don't know. I hope Lauren can keep riding the middle and not having to really give loyalty to any side too much yet, because ultimately that's what's going to take her far. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I hope whoever she's trusting, I hope they're telling her the truth as much as they can, and I hope they keep protecting her. Hopefully no more twists really.
I was thinking in the way. I really hope that she is outside of Vinny and Zach. Because some of the women, it seems like some of them are kind of dominant. Like, if she pair with Mickey, so fans don't know this, but Mickey and Morgan are kind of, like, disconnecting as a duo, especially since Morgan's putting all her energy towards Zach and Vince.
She's spiraling.
Which is, like,
what's happening.
Exactly, she is. She's crashing. When she was being the beanbag guys, it wasn't over the Mickey thing. It was over Zach.
It was over Zach, and they cut that edit, and I was mad that they made it seem like it was, no.
We need to show the messiness of this
live
girl,
feeders,
the gamer.
The gamer, she's spiraling. But I do agree that I think Lauren should definitely keep Vinny and Zach, again, as close as she can without showing all of her cards. But I do think that she should, at the least, form personal connections with some of the other sides of the house, because the more they see her as trusting.
We mentioned a name earlier.
Mickey?
Oh, Rachel.
Rachel, okay. Hot take, I don't know. I love Rachel Riley, being a Big Brother super fan. I think if Lauren were to at least build a little bit of a personal relationship with Rachel, I think she could earn some brownie points on that side of the house and could even take her even further.
Right? And I don't know.
Rachel's been here before. She's been there twice. She's won.
Right. People want to get rid of her, but I think Rachel's doing really, because Rachel, if y'all didn't watch season 12 and 13, girl was crazy, but now she's a mom and she's more demure.
She's very mindful, very demure.
Very demure, but she is very mindful. I think her
social game has gotten so much better from past seasons.
Exactly,
and I think that's what's taking
Ava,
her
and showing that she can do this without Brennan. Like, Rachel is a heavy hitter, and
she was a calm beast in her days.
Waiting for her to come
unleash
out of the
same, but I think she's playing it low right now, and as a Rachel fan, I think it's good. And so obviously as a Lauren fan as well, I think they could benefit off each other because I think people would not expect them to work together.
Seeing Lauren's game so far, is there any particular players from the past you think she's very similar to?
I know she likes and compares herself to Nicole Franzel. I know you're not.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a big fan.
She's not a
I'm
Nicole
not a Nicole fan. I'm sorry.
Nicole, season 16, Nicole, I think she played a good game, kind of, again, played under the radar, kind of just went with the house a lot of the time, went with the boys, and it got her far. It got her to jury, and she was able to come back 2 seasons later, and she was able to win.
She did win it. That is
unpopular.
true.
I think she really did deserve that win, and I think if Lauren can adapt those same strategies and then win more comps down the line when she needs to, I think she could really make it far and win. Fingers
How
crossed.
many weeks do we have till jury? 2 or 3? I don't remember.
Well,
Are we
I
doing
don't know
5?
if it's going to be a 7 or 9 jury. I don't think the house guests even know.
We didn't do the math.
We
I
did
need
not.
to do some girl math because in my head I was like, okay, we're done with week 3. When are we getting to jury? Because I'm counting for the Wall Cup. I counted
Yeah.
for OTEV and Zingbot.
Oh.
Zingbot. We're gonna talk
I'm-
about Zingbot later.
I hope Lauren gets to be there when Zingbot comes.
I would cry in front of that.
to
robot.
selfishly see him roast her.
Anyway, guys, that is Big Brother for you. Any last words you want to share, Casey, before we go?
Thank you for having me, first of all.
Thank you for coming.
And everyone, please keep rooting for Lauren. I think she's playing a great game. She's underestimated, but I think ultimately that's what'll take over.
All right, you heard it there, folks. All right, till next time, keep up with us on KLFly.com and KLFly Plus. Thank you so much for watching, and that was In the House.
In the House is sponsored by Sterling Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities.